I've got something pretty unusual in here. I don't know if you're going to be able to do anything with it.
Wow.
How do you make celebrity money for nothing?
I've got a house full of rubbish.
Entrepreneurs Sarah Moore and Jay Blades are searching celebrities' houses
I don't even know how we got in here. Let's get out of here.
to find tip-bound items to transform
Beautiful.
I had no idea they were even here.
by having a really good look around some celebrity homes.
This is unbelievable.
With the help of some of Britain's best designers and makers
And celebrity faces. We're on a mission to turn celebrity trash.
into hard cash.
But what will our celebrities think of the transformations?
Oh, they look beautiful, don't they?
Wow! What a good... I'll put it back.
And how much money has been made for their charities?
I've got £606 here for your charity.
That's incredible.
To get the ball rolling, Jay's in West London, where he hopes to find 2 items destined for the trash in a celebrity home. He's about to introduce himself to someone with more than a hint of glamour and have a peek through their rubbish. Waiting patiently for Jay is American businesswoman, model and actor Caprice Bure.
So Jay's on his way. He's late.
Oh, maybe not that patiently. Caprice has appeared on more than 250 magazine covers, including Vogue, GQ and Cosmopolitan. Not only is she an acclaimed model, Caprice has enjoyed huge success designing lingerie. She lives with her husband Ty and their 2 sons. Caprice is excited that Jay's calling round, but she does have a couple of concerns.
I think he's gonna struggle. I mean, I'm struggling to find something to help him out. If I don't need something, it is gone. So if he finds something, I'm gonna be shocked. Honestly, I'm gonna be shocked.
Well, Caprice, prepare to be shocked.
Hello.
Jay?
How you doing?
Come in.
Thank you.
This one-time music venue has been completely renovated by Caprice, who loves a sleek modern look. And she wasn't joking about keeping things minimal. Good luck with this one, Jay.
So here we are. Welcome to my casa.
This is beautiful, isn't it?
Thank you. We bought it 5 years ago. It took a year to do up because it was disgusting.
So what was this building before?
It was a club.
What, a nightclub?
In fact, on that stage,
Yeah.
Amy Winehouse performed, The Stones, David Bowie.
Oh, blimey.
Right? It's kind of cool.
That is very cool. You've done a brilliant job.
But we
Look
just
at this.
wanted it to be very minimalistic, and I think you're gonna have a hard time finding junk.
Really?
I know. I know. I mean, I'm sure we'll find something, but I don't have much.
Okay.
Not the greatest start to his day, but with Jay's creative imagination and his eye for quality junk, fingers crossed something will turn up. However, something else seems to have caught Jay's eye.
So there's not many people have a swing in their house.
That is true. And if there was ever a moment to put the task in hand to one side,
Oh, whoa.
this is it. And who could blame him?
Oh, that is cool.
Right?
Oh, this is quality. Oh, look at this, man. I'm swinging in Caprice's ass. Woo! This is just too much. This is too much fun.
Correct, Jay. You are having too much fun. Can we find some rubbish, please?
Thank you, Jay. Okay, so if we're gonna find any kind of junk, it's in here.
This is your garage. This is your dumping ground.
Yes.
This is like the tidiest garage I've ever seen. And I'm supposed to find rubbish in here.
Yes.
Okay, I do like a challenge, I must admit.
At least without any clutter, it should be easier to find things.
So I've seen this.
This is an air hockey table.
So this was yours.
This is mine, but it's just too bulky for the house, and the kids are too young for it.
I can have this then. This is...
You could have that if you want it. It's huge. I don't know what you could do with something like this.
I'll take care of that one.
Okay.
So that's one down.
Okay.
Excellent. After Jay's initial concerns, the garage has delivered.
So, an air hockey table. Who would have thought we would have got one of those? What you've got is so many components on here that you've got stainless steel, you've got the air bed, you've got some timber on the sides. What's not to love about it?
Clearly very little. Good job, Jay. While Jay keeps searching in West London, Sarah is south of the river, ready for her own rummage for rubbish. Waiting on her arrival is celebrated fashion and homeware designer Ben DeLisi. Originally from New York, Ben has dressed some of Hollywood's biggest names. His grandmother first inspired him when she taught him to sew, and he's never looked back. Thanks, Grandma. He moved to London in 1982 and has become one of the most successful designers of his generation. And he's excited to welcome Sarah.
Sarah's on her way, and I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know what she's going to find. There's lots of things tucked away that I haven't seen for years, and, you know, maybe through her eyes, she'll find something interesting. Hey, Sarah, nice to see you.
And you, how you doing?
Very well, come in.
Ah,
come
who's
in.
this one?
This is Taya.
Hello, Taya.
Ben lives in this stylish southwest London home with his partner Gerardo and their 3 dogs, Taya, Luca and Noah. Ben converted the attic and turned this period Victorian terrace into a stylish modern home, brimming with his unique creative flair. His style is sure to inspire Sarah, but where does he keep his junk?
So, Sarah, my living room,
Isn't it stunning?
which goes all the way through.
This is amazing. Have you been here for ages?
I think it's been about 14, 15 years now. This, I think, is probably my 5th move, and this is where I'm kind of rooted.
Just looking out here, you could be anywhere. It's got a really exciting holiday feel.
Yeah, we've tried to give it a little Mediterranean feel.
Well, it's lovely to see in here, but you sure you don't mind showing me the rest of your house?
No, it's open canvas for you. We can go upstairs and look at some of the other rooms. Come on.
Fantastic.
This isn't a holiday for you, Sarah. Time to get searching for some rubbish.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I love this piece.
I said rubbish, Sarah.
They're all hand-turned.
I think you might be having too much fun in this house.
So this is the garden.
Okay, is this where you keep the stuff you don't need? I see a shed.
Excellent. A shed sounds promising. Carry on.
It's sort of a shed-cum studio where I keep fabrics.
So you work in here sometimes, or you just put stuff in here?
No, I work in here sometimes, and then I store things. There's fabrics in here.
Wow.
Sarah's definitely making all the right noises.
Tons and tons of buckles.
I look at them and I don't immediately think, oh, I know what to make out of them.
Yeah.
It's no to the buckles, but there must be something else in here.
So is that part of the decking?
It's leftover wood from when we did the garden.
Okay.
It's epee, it's solid epee, and it's beautiful hard wood. And because it was banded up in a package and it wasn't just rough cuts, that I just thought, no, I have to save this. I'll make a table out of it. I'll do something with it.
Are you going to make that table, or is it something that I might be able to perhaps...
It's been there a long time, so if that's something of interest, I would go for it.
Excellent. 3 cheers for the Great British Shed.
Well, I am so glad that Ben is finished with this, because for me, this is an ace bundle of wood.
Well done, Sarah. While you continue your search for more tempting trash,
That was great.
over in the west of the city, Jay is doing his best in a rubbish-free zone.
She likes her minimalism, and there isn't much here for me to find, is there? Onwards and upwards, eh?
Good man, Jay.
So where's all the rubbish then?
Honey, I don't have any rubbish.
With no luck in the rest of the house, it's back to Caprice's garage.
Okay, so Jay,
Right.
I don't know, you might be interested in this. Now,
Okay.
a girlfriend of mine said, can you store it for me for a week? So I said, fine, and now she doesn't want it.
I've never upcycled a bed before. I'm sure something could be done with it. I just need to start thinking, that's all.
I look at this and I'm like, let's just throw it in the bin. But this is great, you recycle it, you reuse it.
So I could take this away then, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah?
please, I don't want it, take it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness,
I could
yeah.
definitely do something with that.
Really?
Really.
Well, I can't wait.
Come on then.
Well, Caprice, that makes both of us. What do you think, Jay?
So what's good about this bed is that it's got loads of components. All you've got to do is make something.
The question is, what will that something be?
Aww.
I know, it's time to go. So thank you for having me, Caprice.
Thank you, Jay, for coming and for taking my junk off me. I'm so excited.
So once I've made something out of them, I'm going to come back and show you what I've done to them.
I can't wait.
Is that cool?
Okay.
Okay? All right.
Bye, Jay.
You take care.
Thank you, honey.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I can't wait to see my junk. It's been a great day, and I am so curious to see what he's gonna do with the most random junk.
The search is over. Jay's taken away the air hockey table and the bed frame and slats. An extra helping of imagination might be required for this lot. Back in southwest London, Sarah is still on the hunt for her second item from Ben DeLisi.
It's absolutely homemade, and I just thought, wow.
She's already sniffed out some quality wood, but her search continues.
I'm struggling to place its era. How old is it?
It's 25 years old. It's new. I mean, I had it made. I call it a box on a box on a box.
I've never seen it before. It works really well.
Yeah.
I might have to nick that idea.
Come on, Sarah, time to focus on the job, I think.
That's pure class, and that's certainly not coming my way.
You're searching for rubbish, remember?
Everything in here is so amazing.
Everything in here, I'm afraid, is staying put.
So there's no old junk in here, but thankfully Ben has thought of something that might take Sarah's fancy.
We won't be able to both get in there, but let me reach and see what you think of this.
Ooh.
Ah, yes, lots of little red things in a bag. You joker, Ben.
It's not a toy. It's interior stuff.
They are components which snap together,
Okay.
and they're like branches of coral.
Oh, you're not joking. Interesting.
They snap together at different, wherever you want to put them
Okay.
together. And there's lots of them, and I think they're very beautiful and fluid.
Ben hasn't used these for years, so he's happy to see them go.
I think these are fantastic from experience. Anything like this that's modular, anything that you've got a lot of, really easy to make a whole run of things. So please may I have them. They
You
are
may
brilliant.
have them.
Fantastic. Let me put those in there and say, yeah, those are a great find. Really good. And you're done.
I'm done.
You're done, Sarah's done, job done.
Great.
Nice one, Ben.
Well, you never know what you're going to get out of a cupboard under the stairs, but these are fantastic. They're designer, the colour is great, there's plenty of them. So I think these are going to be a fantastic thing to repurpose. Just wonder what I'm going to do with them.
You're not the only one, Sarah.
Ben, that was amazing. Thank you so much. The things I found, I think they've got huge potential. I'm really excited about them.
I hope so. I think they're interesting things. At least they were interesting for me. I just never got around to doing it. So now that you've got them, I can't wait to see what you're going to do with them.
Thank you
Pleasure.
so much. Thank you for that. That was a great
Can't
day.
wait to see it. I'm excited now.
Oh, the pressure. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I'm very excited to see what she's going to do with it. She's got some really good finds. I'm impetuous. I can't wait.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to, Ben. Sarah's taking away some quality wood and a big bag of red plastic branches. With their items gathered up, it's time to get to work. Jay is back in wondrous Wolverhampton with Caprice's broken down bed.
So the bed, most people don't know what to do with them, so they end up throwing them away. I'm going to turn it into something that's going to be quite creative and very gorgeous.
You big tease. Jay's plan of action is to focus on the slats and to create multiple hanging storage units. Genius. First things first, the wooden slats need to be sanded, but Jay has a plan to ease his workload.
So what I'm doing here is getting them all together so it's like I'm sanding one big bit of timber. Look at that. Look at that.
Self-praise is no praise, Jay, but that is a very clever idea.
I'm sanding because I'm going to be painting. So I always sand so I've got something for the paint to grip onto. So sand off the varnish, then the paint can hold on to something.
First, a little light sanding. Wrapping your sandpaper around a sanding block will help you keep an even pressure on the surface. For bigger surfaces, follow Jay's lead and get your hands on an electric sander. It will make the job quicker and easier. If you're planning on sanding down anything, it's important to wear a protective mask.
Now they're all sanded, I have to cut them to the relevant size. And I'm doing different ones for different parts of your house. It's always measure twice and cut once.
Wise words.
So now it's all about painting, and I'm going to use masking tape, which basically stops the paint getting onto where I don't want it to be. And that's the material straps along here. So let's get masking up.
Jay's well on his way to working some magic with the slats. But with £24.50 spent on paint and accessories, will Jay seriously impress? Or will we need a lie down? While Jay keeps trucking with the slats, we head north to Manchester. Caprice's old hockey table has wound up here, which means it's game on for a man who can give anything a new life, Mark Haig. Bright Spark Mark uses his decades of engineering experience to create one-of-a-kind sculptures from second-hand materials, although his true passion, obviously, is robots.
The thing I love about robots, I've always been a fan of science fiction and all those B movies when I was a kid. It just took me to a different place. There's always a challenge. Every sculpture that I build has got a different challenge to it. So taking something that is broken and then making it into something that's desirable, that works for me.
If you can make this bad boy into something desirable, it will most definitely work for Jay.
Hello. I'm all right, fella. How are you?
Jay's on the phone to talk through his plans for the table with Mark.
Table's the thing to do with it, definitely. Not of the size that it is. I think it needs cutting down. You trust me?
That's a dangerous question, sir. It depends what the plan is.
I'm going to make it into a table, but like no other table that you've ever seen before.
A bold statement, Mark.
There's a movement called cyberpunk, and there's another movement called steampunk. They're kind of like technology-based movements. So if you imagine sort of looking down through a glass top onto a sort of a lit cityscape of technology, it'll make sense when it's built.
Well, you're right about one thing. It will be like nothing I've ever seen before, or heard of, or dreamt of.
So first of all, I'm going to do a bit of dismantling to work out how the thing was put together, and then a bit of chopping, chop down there, and then work out how to put this bit onto this bit.
Time to make a big table into a little table with a small city inside. Have I got this right?
This is basically made out of plastic and dust, so this can break at any time.
Which is something we most certainly do not want to happen.
I've taken all the screws out, but I imagine this is also glued as well. So when I try and take it to pieces, very gently, I'm going to have to tap it to just break the glue. Because these are the bits I want. This bit here and this bit here are the parts that I'll need. I know this will only be on the show for about 50 seconds, but this has taken about 5 hours.
Oh, whinge, whinge, whinge. Did Michelangelo whinge when he had to transform hockey tables? No, he did not.
Hey.
Just keep on going, Mark. It will all be worth it in the end. We hope.
Okay, so this is a big cut. This is where everything falls to pieces.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Mark takes a little break from breaking things and starts to think about his city of the future.
Basically, I'm going to go around my studio and just find some things to start making this kind of composite that I'm going to use.
Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. We'd better leave you to it, Mark. With a hefty budget of £500 and the table still in 2 pieces, making a profit is looking pretty precarious. Sarah's at her workshop in Sussex with Ben's bag of plastic branches. What's the plan for that old lot?
Well, these are great raw materials. Ben might have finished with them as a screen, but they're perfect for repurposing. He suggested lighting, and I think that is definitely the direction to go down. They're really sculptural. I love the fact they look like coral. So I've got a few ideas about what I might do with them, but the first thing to do is try and make them into a structure that lends itself to lighting. So basically, it's playtime.
Wonderful. Who doesn't love a bit of playtime?
So they're designed to be clipped together by just putting little pins between the holes. So I'm going to use that mechanism to try and create a big circle for the lampshade. I think I'm going to reuse that in this lighting project. I'm thinking if I can wire all these bits to it or stick them around the edge, I'm going to get a lovely bowl of coral that I can put a light in the middle. And because I know that lighting fits well with this component, I can then put it together as a lamp. Does that make sense?
I'm loath to admit it, but it does make perfect sense. When making lighting, always make sure it's PAT tested and complies with all UK electrical safety standards.
Well, the structure is definitely coming together, and I've got a plan for this because I'm going to need to cover all of it to make it look like real coral. So I'm going to dip it in plaster of Paris. That's going to work. I know it.
Why do I get the feeling you're not 100% convinced, Sarah?
Right, so that's it. That's done. Now for the plaster of Paris.
This could be interesting. Plaster of Paris is extremely light and fine and is easily dispersed through the air, so always wear a dust mask when mixing. Gloves should also be worn, and kids, never attempt this without adult supervision.
That can come off now. And a quick dip. Just shake down some of the lumps. Oh good, it doesn't fit.
Sarah needs the plaster of Paris to cover every part of the branches. But it sets in no time at all, so there's very little margin for error.
This is really not going well. This is a disaster. Oh my goodness me. I've got to show this to Ben DeLisi. This is not going well. Look away.
I'm with you, Bramble. Yikes. With £40 spent so far, will Sarah manage to rescue her little lamp? While Sarah solves her plaster conundrum, Ben's pile of disused wood is in Margate, at the door of one talented man who could make old fencing sing. Rupert Blanchard. Rupert has carved out a name for himself as one of the most imaginative designer makers in the country. He uses unloved and undervalued materials to create furniture that is modern, fun and built to last.
I try to develop my own style so my personality comes through in my work. I'm most proud of a piece when I've got a piece of furniture back in someone's home that they wouldn't even give space in their shed for. I want to make the unloved loved again.
A splendid ambition, but will the material from Sarah be a hit?
Hello. Hey, Sarah, hello, how are you doing?
After some careful inspection, Rupert has some ideas.
I'd definitely love to aim to get at least a bench and, if I can, a little bookcase, matching bookcase shelving unit. Bye-bye. Wow, this one's quite exciting.
Oh, if you're excited, Rupert, then I'm excited too. But at this stage, some caution does need to be shown.
Until I open up the packet of wood and have a look over it, I don't really know the condition, if it's all straight or if it's all bendy, because obviously if I'm going to make her a bench, I don't want that to bend, I don't want it to sag. I want to build something of quality with this quality wood.
That's why we love you, Rupert. Carry on.
So, this is the moment of truth.
And we're good to go. Excellent.
It's really quite nice timber.
Rupert's more than happy with the quality of the wood, but it's not the condition of the material that's bothering him.
The material's just not going to go as far. I did tell Sarah I'd make a bench and try to do a shelving unit. I think I might actually make her now a really great bench and perhaps something extra, but not sure about shelving now.
Epee is a dense hardwood from Central and South America. Although it's celebrated for its durability, its density can make it difficult to work with. Its incredible strength make it a useful material for flooring, but those qualities could make it perfect for something like a hard-wearing bench.
Shall I sit on it? Oh dear. Yeah, it's gonna work. It's passed the safety test. I might try my cat on it later.
No animals were harmed in the making of this programme. I don't think Rupert even has a cat.
Not quite sure at the moment of the size of the bench, the length of the bench, the height of the bench. So experimenting and playtime is over. Time to measure up and get cutting.
Rupert seems more than happy with his plan of action, but there's still a lot to do and an ever-decreasing amount of wood to do it with. Rupert agreed a budget of £300 for 2 items, but how many Rupert ends up with will remain to be seen. Jay is in Wolverhampton putting some final touches to the wooden slats that he removed from the corner of Caprice's garage. Once it was a bed with no home, no future, and probably destined for the tip. But not anymore. Jay has taken his idea and gone vertical. It's all about practicality and colour. What is usually the least celebrated part of the bed has been given pride of place, as Jay has created 7 practical storage solutions for the home or workplace. Jay used a water-based spray paint to produce a vibrant range of hanging shelves. Simple ideas are often the best. This one is simple, practical, and I think they could brighten up anyone's day.
Now, I thoroughly enjoyed this build. Basically, bed slats are normally horizontal, but what I've done is I've turned them vertical, which then in turn allows you to have storage, and everybody needs storage. So what you've got here is just something simple and effective, and also looks beautiful.
Simple, effective, beautiful, and a lot of fun, which is possibly why they caught the eye of Monkey Mania in Ludlow, Shropshire. Lee is very pleased with their purchase.
These are great, the kids will love them and they go great with our colour scheme as well.
Fingers crossed for similar joy in Manchester, where Mark took the responsibility of transforming Caprice's hockey table.
So Jay's coming to pick up the table, and I'm nervous about that because I don't think he'll ever have seen something quite like what I've put together.
All right, Mark, what do you have in store for us?
I'm here in Manchester, and I can't wait to see what Mark has done with Caprice's air hockey table. Let's go and have a look.
When Jay discovered this tired old game in Caprice's garage, its days of providing fun for all the family had come to an end. But, boy oh boy, Mark has transformed a drab old cast-off into a table with a future. And the future is what this coffee table is all about. Based on the design movement of cyberpunk, Mark has taken the workings from every kind of machinery from the past to create a vision of the future. A coffee table that is beautiful and unique. Very cool.
How you doing, Mark?
I'm all right, thanks, Jay. How are you?
All the better for seeing this now. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. What do you think?
I think it's gorgeous. It's a masterpiece. You've created it.
Thank you. Have you seen Blade Runner?
Yes, I have.
So, Supposed to be like the opening shot of Blade Runner when you go over the cityscape in the spaceship.
I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah?
you. So this is like one of those sci-fi kind of movies, and it looks better in the night time, doesn't it?
Yes,
Must do.
it does.
So, Mark, that's a big hint I'm saying. Now you need to turn off that light now.
Okay.
Keep me in suspense.
There we go.
Look at that, man. It does look like a little city.
Yeah.
Like with the high rises and the roads lit up with the lights.
Mark has clearly put an enormous amount of work into this table. Has it affected the budget?
I left you with a £500 budget. How did we do?
Shall I turn the light on while we talk about money?
That doesn't sound good, does it? All right, yeah, stick the light on.
Right, my friend. It took me about 4 days to build this.
Wow.
Plus there was more expense for the lights. Add another 100 quid to my budget.
Well, no, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Thank you, sir. No, because look here, it's a masterpiece.
Thank you.
Come on, it's worth an extra £100, so thank you. I'm going to be off. I'll get someone to pick this up. Mark,
okay, mate.
You take care, yeah?
See you later, man.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
He's pulled that one out of the bag, and it just looks amazing, like a little city. All we've got to do now is sell it.
And selling it was never really in doubt. Cyberdog, an alternative clothing store in Camden, said yes please.
Still beautiful.
Spyros was very impressed.
An amazing piece of art, electronic art, I would say. Plus, being useful, I mean, I'm tempted between take it to my house or leave it here.
Jay's on his way to see Caprice to give her the lowdown on her item transformations.
Well, Jay took away from me a bed frame and a hockey table thing. I have no idea in a million years what he could do with either of them. I guess we'll see.
We certainly will, Caprice.
Hello.
Hey!
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm very good.
Okay, come in. Oh my God, I can't wait to see it.
I reckon you're in for a treat.
So do you want to know what we did with it? Okay. I took care of the bed frame, and I used the slats as... Let me show you.
This is brilliant.
So there's storage now.
I would have taken these. Why didn't you show these to me? I would have bought them.
No, you're not allowed to buy them. You can't buy these.
Oh, I can't buy them?
No, you can't buy them.
No, I'm not allowed to buy them. No.
No, not allowed.
No.
Sorry, Caprice. That's the rules.
I love the color. I mean, okay, maybe I would have gotten rid of the blue. And I would have had you customize it to black, because I love black. Well
You like?
done, you.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Well, you'll be pleased to know that I've sold those, and we've made a £60 and 50p profit on those ones. Right?
Oh,
And then for your air hockey table,
that I just have no clue.
what it was turned into is kind of a cyberpunk table. So it's cut it down.
That is so cool.
You like it, yeah? So this is what it looks like when it's lit up. So we did manage to sell that, and we've got £80 profit after artisan's cost.
Oh, that is...
So,
oh, this is great.
a grand total of £140 and 50p.
Oh, thank you. I'm so
Okay.
excited.
So what charity is it? Women's Trust, you
It's
said?
the Women's Trust. It's a local charity.
Yeah.
And we cover the whole of Westminster. And it's for abused and battered women and their children. It's an awesome charity.
that's a
So we're going to
brilliant
be so
cause.
excited.
No, brilliant. Good on you. I like that. Well, I'm going to love you and leave you.
I think it's safe to say that Caprice is more than satisfied with the outcome.
Can I tell you, I was completely blown away with what Jay has done with my articles of junk. I wanted to buy them. I wish I had the option because, and I'm not just saying this because we're doing a TV show. I really genuinely mean it. It was awesome. I was so impressed.
Jay sold the hockey table for £680. Minus Mark's costs leaves a profit of £80. The bed slats went for £85, less Jay's costs leaves a profit of £60 and 50p. Altogether, Caprice can donate £140 and 50p to a charity supporting women affected by domestic violence. Back at her workshop, Sarah is putting the finishing touches to her lamp.
That's come together, hasn't it? I think all the hard work might have been worth it. It was an absolute disaster at some stages though. But now, I'm quite proud of it.
And so you should be, Sarah. Lying untouched for many a year under Ben's stairs, any future plans for these plastic pieces were all washed up. But like a glorious trip beneath the waves, one will never tire of looking at this little beauty. Sarah used graffiti-style gloss spray paint over the plaster of Paris and went old school with the papier-mâché fish. The lamp has been pack tested and complies with all UK electrical safety standards. Sarah had some slippery moments trying to convey the coral and create a beautiful working lamp. But in the end, her perseverance has paid off.
Well, you haven't seen anything like that before, have you? It's definitely a unique piece of lighting, and I have enjoyed it. It's had its ups and it's had its downs, but I think it's come together. I just hope I can sell it and make some really good money from it.
And Sarah need not have worried. A bar and diner in Weymouth, Dorset was a perfect fit.
It's just absolutely fantastic. I love the fact that it's been made from nothing to really be something, and it's going to look fantastic when it gets dark tonight, don't you think?
Most definitely. Staying on the coast, Sarah's back in Margate to drop in on a slightly nervous Rupert.
I know Sarah's on her way, and I'm a little bit concerned about it because I've done something a bit different today. It's quite modern and not exactly as we discussed.
Well, I've come to find Rupert in Margate to see what he's managed to do with Ben's pile of leftover wood. Now, it's a new material, it's not his usual bag. But I'm sure he's made something. Let's go and find out.
Ben's pile of wood was left over, cast aside and relegated to the shed. It was just waiting for the day it could be transformed. And that day is definitely here. The wood has become two classy benches with frames made from welded steel rod and angle iron. The wood was lightly sanded and stained with wood dye. A clear satin varnish finish enhances the natural grain and makes them ready for outdoor living. To top it all off, a salvaged piece of Victorian Carrara marble was added. Beautiful.
Hey Sarah, come in.
Oh, fantastic. Rupert, how are you?
I'm okay, I'm just about done. I'm a bit concerned, these are quite modern compared to what I do.
Are you not liking them? I'm loving them.
I really love them, but they're quite mid-century modern. I don't often get the chance of working with, well, pretty much unused materials.
Yeah.
So with this one, I had to treat it differently. I didn't want to waste a millimetre of timber.
They are putting a massive smile on my face. I've got the little hurting bits here because I just love them so much. I'm grinning about them. They're great. I think you've done a great job there.
And so say all of us, Sarah. Clearly, a lot of work has gone into this. What has that done to the budget?
Took quite a while in the end, and so I've gone slightly over budget. It's actually come £45 more, so it's 345, but that's for both of them.
That's, I mean, I think they're amazing. I love them. Thanks, Rupert. They are great.
Thank you, thank you.
Bye.
Whoa, I'm exhausted just looking at all this work. I could do with something stylish to rest on. Rupert's benches would do very nicely.
That was really fun to do. It's kind of not my normal style, but I employed all the techniques that I normally use. So, yeah, all in all, pleased today.
You're not the only one, Rupert. How Kapow, a quirky home decor store in Dover, was so pleased they bought them. Claire's feeling confident they won't be hanging around too long.
These are a pair of really stylish benches. I love the marble on this one. They'll fly at the door, no problem.
But how much has Sarah sold them for? Now, Sarah's back in southwest London to let Ben know exactly what became of his old junk and how much of a profit has been made for his chosen charity.
Well, Sarah's on her way, and I'm so excited about to see what she's done with the wood and the plastic branches. So curious.
While I'm back in South London to catch up with Ben. Now, he's one of the country's leading interior and fashion designers. So absolutely no pressure in showing him what I've done with his rubbish.
I must say, I'm feeling a little nervous for you, Sarah.
Hello.
Hello, Sarah.
Hi, lovely to see you. How are you? Thank you. It's lovely to be here, but I have to say I'm a bit nervous.
Why?
Why? Because it's not every day that you get to come and show somebody who does this all the time, something you've done with their...
You know, it's going to be very interesting because we're both creative people, and to see our spins on it, your spin on it, and what I've been conjuring up in my mind, I'm going to be very open-minded.
Okay, well, I'll start with the wood.
Okay.
Okay? Your wood has been turned into...
Some beautiful benches.
What do you think?
I love them. Love them. I love them. And I love the one with the white. Is that marble?
Yeah.
It's so chic.
Well, I'm really pleased you like them.
I love them.
And I have sold them, and I've got some profit on those.
Okay.
So, in fact, those have made £205.
Okay, wonderful.
And then we have the plastic branches. So this is how your lovely branches ended up.
Coral with fish.
With fish. I took all of the fronds, dipped them in some plaster of Paris to give them some structure.
Okay.
Tried to channel a bit of Ben Red into it and made a little
And
coral
what are the
lamp.
fish made out of?
I made them out of papier-mâché.
Wow.
So I'm really pleased to say it has sold, and it's gone to a bar and diner down in Dorset.
Okay.
And I made £210 profit on that.
Wonderful.
So altogether, for your charity, I have got here £415 for you.
Oh, golly, they're going to love this, Urban Champions.
Is that who you're supporting?
Yes, it's a charity that deals with forgotten young adults that are not easily engaged, between 18 to 28 years old. It's called Urban Champions. It's a new charity, and I think that this is going to go a long way.
Well, that's lovely that you're doing that with it. Thank you so much.
Pleasure,
And,
great.
It's great to catch up. Really nice to see you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. What a great result.
I'm gobsmacked. It's fantastic. And the profit that they made is perfect for my charity.
Sarah sold the benches for £550. Minus Rupert's costs leaves a profit of £205. The coral-themed lamp was sold to a very happy customer for £250. After Sarah's costs, there was a £210 profit. In total, Ben can donate £415 to a charity supporting vulnerable young adults across London. Sarah and Jay saved 4 bits of celebrity junk. Instead of ending up in landfill, they've all been given a new lease of life. A new look and a chance to be loved again.
Working with Ben and Caprice was such a joy.
But even better was saving their rubbish and turning it into hard cash for 2 really worthy charities.
And I tell you what, I did love that swing. I've got to get one of those.